with all that is going on, with us being, I don't even know how to say it, hanged, hung, executed by police, by racists, by so-called white supremacists. I say that because there's no such thing as white supremacy, because they're not supreme. But they want to believe they're supreme, so it's actually white supremacy mythology. With so much going on, allegedly, but probably, a brother has it in his mind to abuse sexually a sister who was in the Black Lives Matter movement. Somebody drop a name in the comments, because I was going to get her information and I had some technical problems, so I apologize. And I just want to speak on the situation and on many situations, and I believe my time has arrived for me to share my perspective on things that will elevate our community. There'll be no elevation of our community without the elevation of our black woman. Yes, there's a such thing as post-traumatic slavery syndrome, as taught by Dr. Joy DeGroy, meaning that we learned habits in slavery, survival habits, and we were also abused in slavery. Men and women. We were separated from our families in slavery. We were separated from our God, our religion, our names, our language, our land, our culture, the drums, the Bible, the Quran. What effect does that have on us? Psychologically, it doesn't make us right. It doesn't make us balanced, which in Kemet is known as Ma'at. So many traits that we developed in the African Holocaust, really the European Holocaust of enslavement and colonialism, because some of us were here without being enslaved, but we had to deal with the colonizer one way or another. It's a vast history. But when we come to this moment, we find that most of us will not unify because we have been divided and conquered. And we are aping or modeling the conqueror and the conqueror's culture and uncivilization. Okay. So we need re-education. Black man. First, I'll just deal with the black woman, because I don't really have a lot to say to the black woman right now, because the black woman has did all she could do to hold us up and to hold on. She has sacrificed. So I want to just say something to her, but my message is going to be primarily to the black man, because you're way off when you're treating our women like that. You're way off. You're actually a traitor to the race. You're a traitor to the race. You're an enemy to the race. when you touch our women and you're not supposed to. When you touch our children and you're not supposed to in an inappropriate manner. When you do anything with force to our women and children and you're not supposed to. We want to deal with the mind now because when you keep putting your hands on our women and children, any man around in that family needs to deal with you. When I was coming up, I had a friend whose mother was abused. And I would visit her as she ran from motel to apartment to women's shelters. Yes, because I was that young, 9, 10, 11 years old, they would let us into the women's shelter. And I saw then what happens when we abuse our women. And, you know, she tried to save her marriage. She would go back to her husband and try to save the marriage for the sake of the children. And, you know, I know there's always the dream of the wedding and the marriage and living happily ever after. And when things really just start going wrong, I can't imagine how it feels to a woman to lose that dream and to be so concerned about her children and then her own health and welfare. And, you know, her husband was on drugs and alcohol and crashing cars and all kind of stuff like that. You know, and this is just one person I know who was abused. I know of many, and many attempts at abuse. But I say all that to say it didn't work out, and she ended up just dying, just passing away, like no disease, no disorder, not beaten up, just couldn't take it anymore. And as a result, her whole family wasn't in good shape after that. No. So I've never been in a woman's shoes in that position, of course, right? Obviously. But, or so all I can say from what I've witnessed is women, if you can, sister, if you can, if you're in an abusive situation, please just run. When you get the chance, just get out. Just fight. Just kick, scream, make noise, ring alarms, fire alarms, house alarms, car alarms. Use that phone, but just run. Just get out. Get to safety, if you can. You know, I know it's terrifying from the things that I've seen. Please. Okay? And I never really want to have to keep talking about this aspect because we really got to get the black man in shape. Black man. Any man. You are not to touch our women. You are not to sexually abuse our women. You are not to force yourself on our women. You are not to rape our women. Fathers, uncles, brothers, cousins, grandfathers, sons, nephews that see this happening or find out, you need to deal with the abuser. Now, apparently you don't know this, okay? So I have to tell you, don't touch women that don't want to be touched. Now, what is in your mind that makes you believe that it's okay? Whatever it is wrong. And apparently, not only do you not have empathy and sympathy for others, but you don't have self-esteem enough to believe that you can attract a woman naturally. And I'm hoping that what I'm about to tell you will help you. I don't know. But what I've learned is that you focus on self-improvement. You focus on building your character. You focus on your spiritual goals, your financial goals, money, your mental goals, your career. And as you focus on those goals, you will love yourself more. Love yourself. That's what I want to say to the sisters too. Keep loving yourself regardless to whom or what. Love yourself. But brothers, love yourself. You will become more magnetic. You're probably already magnetic and don't know it. Because we are all electromagnetic. We are all beautiful people. Somebody might have told you otherwise and you believed it. But we are all beautiful people. And even the people like Biggie Smalls, who says I'm black and ugly and as ever, however, I stay Gucci down to the socks. Even Biggie, who thought he was ugly, by focusing on his goals and dreams, attracted Little Kim, Faith Evans, Charlie Baltimore, and many others. Even Jay-Z, who many people say isn't that attractive, was able to get with many women, and especially Beyonce, who's the top R&B diva out here, besides Riri. So your swag isn't really, this physical body. Your swag comes from your magnetism, your personality. And what we're really lacking in our community with the men is righteousness. And I understand because with things like Section 8, when the black woman couldn't have a black man around when she's on welfare, we had to say, well, damn, I got a jail record or whatever, and I got to find a way to make some money or else I'm useless to her. So we're thinking it's all about money and we forget it's about righteousness. Because we didn't have a home, then we had an apartment or a Section 8 home, but we wasn't able to say, well, you know what? I might lack in this, but I could build this. I could clean that. I could watch the kids and take that burden off you. I could, freelance this, and I could entrepreneur that, and this is what I can do. I could learn a trade. I could, whatever. Show what you can do. Because part of manhood is the money, but it isn't all about money. It's mostly about money. But not so much where you can say, I'm not going to go take care of my kid. I'm not going to take care of my child because she's getting on my nerves and I don't have no money and he's going to think I'm a bum. No. Your kid, your child, if you was there from the beginning and stayed around, your child would be so proud of you and love you. And all you have to do is explain and communicate the situation. Things will always improve if you take one step at a time. Anytime I felt down in my life, anytime I felt depressed, anytime my heart was broke, anytime there was a death in my family and I was down, I'd go get a haircut, listen to the barbers, relax, lay back. You know what I'm saying? Therapeutic. Talk to the brothers. I go run, jog, play ball, swim, ride a bike. It's therapy, man. Come back home, take that nice hot shower, herbal bath, man. Read some spiritual literature. When God starts talking to you through the spiritual literature, what's better than that? There's nothing better than that. Letting you know you're his son. He's with you. So just like you're his son, the female is his daughter. You're messing with God's daughter. Not only are you messing with God's daughter, you're messing with somebody's daughter, somebody's little girl. You're messing with somebody's mother, somebody's sister, somebody's auntie. What if it was your mother that somebody raped? What if it was your daughter that somebody raped? Man, all you need to do is focus on your goals, and a woman will appear. There's somebody for everybody. Trust you, me, I see it every day. And I work with special needs kids, and they find each other, boy and girl, and live happily ever after. God bless them. There's somebody for you, and they might be right in front of your face. But you got to build yourself and make sure your character is right. Make sure you're righteous. That's number one. God is first. Righteousness is first. Then all these things will be added to you. That money will come. That woman will come. Go practice a skill. Go live your dreams. But what's putting it in your head to go act like an animal, a savage, a reptile, a beast? That's not right. Don't do that, man. Stop touching the kids. Stop touching the children. Stop touching the women. If they don't want you, don't do it. Build yourself. We're at a time, women, where if you haven't, you should take some self-defense classes. There's a brother online that's good to watch. In the interim, I learned from some things from one of his lieutenants. I'm trying to think of the name of the dojo, and it's called, oh man, well, let's see. Look up. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name right now. But look up Shion Christopher online, and look up Moses Powell. Moses Powell. Peace to Shion Christopher. Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Brother Michael Muhammad. Brother Edward Englewood Study Group. Brother Munir. All the sisters. But look up Moses Powell on YouTube. He has a lot of demonstrations with jiu-jitsu. Okay? Look that up. It's very important. Sisters and brothers, we're at a time now where you need to know the basics of how to defend yourself. Very important. But black man, see, after I've been around the world, I'm talking about the social, political, socio-economic, religious, and spiritual world. 360 degrees. I've come back to realize that our people have tried everything except for the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Our people have tried everything except for the Islamic teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Why do I say that? Because how do you not know that you're supposed to respect, protect, and elevate the black woman? It's one of the core teachings. A nation can rise no higher than its woman. Respect, elevate, protect the black woman at all costs. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Abusing our mothers and our daughters and letting other people do it as well? You're not a man. We're not men if we're letting this happen. You're not a man if you're letting this happen, and if you're the perpetrator. We cannot have this anymore. Can't have it. You know, if you don't know what to do for self, you can get a job, but when you get a job, now you need to do for self. On the side, you need a side hustle. You need a plan B. So you can be free. That's the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You don't know that? Where have you been? What have you been learning every Sunday? Every Saturday? What have you been learning? You don't know you're supposed to be righteous? You think you're supposed to be out here wilding out like a savage? Really? When I first heard people on hip-hop talking about savage, I thought, it was just entertainment, and they were separating the entertainment from the reality. No, y'all really think you're supposed to be a savage. No, you're not supposed to be a savage. You're supposed to be civilized. All wise and civilized. If you don't know by now who your colonizer is, and you're still trying to get crumbs from his table, you need to read the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Sister, if you think you gotta wag your tail and shake your booty and put on cakes of makeup and show all your body all the time, the time for partying and bull spitting is over. As this chaotic world continues to collapse, you have to continue, I have to continue, and we have to continue to elevate, to build, and to unify. And to be righteous, and to be ready for what we're going to do with reparations that we are demanding. What we're going to do if we have to repatriate to another country such as Africa. Well, that's a continent, but you know what I mean. Gambia, Ghana, Namibia, Mozambique, Botswana, Cameroon, Congo, etc. You have to go there righteous. You can't go there acting the fool. Whatever we're going to do, we have to be righteous. Why fight the power, Black Lives Matter, and then when it's all over and everything's burned to the ground or whatever the case may be, we get the laws that we want, which are coming into effect, then we go out and wild back out again, cheating on people, lying, disrespecting, trying to think we're Hollywood and reality TV and all of that. That's la la land. That's illusion. That's not real. I know grown adults that say, and females that, oh, I want to divorce my man because I want my relationship like I see in Hollywood. No, keep it real. Once God gives you somebody, and that's what has happened, we take people for granted. Y'all want to be speed dating. Y'all want to be speed dating and running around and just curving people, playing games on the internet and blocking and unblocking and following and spying and giving it up on the first night and not even knowing who you're doing it with. That's not righteous. It's going to come back around and bite you in the butt. Some of y'all might like that, but that's besides the point. It's going to come around and get you. Karmic retribution, ma'at, universal law. The fire and the brimstone. Amen. You got to stop. It's time to be righteous if you never was before. Or if you was, you better get back on your square. Get back on your truthful square. Get back on your deen. My last point that I was just starting to speak on is when God does something, put somebody in your life, God put them in your life. You asked for somebody and somebody arrived, right? Hallelujah. Alhamdulillah. Right? Then, after they arrive, you get the test. You get tested. And once you get tested, then you want to throw the person away and go run after somebody else. But God gave you somebody. You're supposed to try to make it work. You're supposed to give it your best before you walk out. Both of y'all. Because God gave you that person. Don't take that person for granted. God ain't have to give you nobody. You could be sitting alone on Saturday night. You could be sitting alone on Sunday morning. Sitting alone on Friday night. On the holidays. You could be by your damn self. Or with somebody that ain't doing you right. So when God gives you that right person, be thankful and grateful. And treat that person right. All right. So that's what I got to say. Brothers, hands off, man. Come on, man up. Man up. You get yourself strong. You get yourself wise. You get yourself righteous. A female will come to you. You don't got to force yourself on nobody. You don't got to act desperate. Sisters, you don't got to be desperate either. Focus on yourself. The right man will come. Be patient. Have faith. Be spiritual. Put God first. And all other things, people, and places will be added unto you. All right? Please leave comments, questions below after I post this video. My name is Kamal Imani, aka Kamal Supreme. I'm author of the relationship book that's built for conversational purposes, small little book called Let's Bring Back the Butterflies. All right? And I love you. I love my people. And we have to take it to the next level now. We can't stay comfortable. We always got to challenge our fears, all right? We got to challenge our fears. We got to challenge our complacency, our comfortable, I don't know if that's comfortability, but whatever it is, we got to challenge it. That laziness in us, the procrastination, all the negative traits. You got to look inside yourself and deal with self-examination and fix yourself. All right? All right. Love yourself at all times, regardless to whom or what. Love yourself actively, mentally, spiritually, but actively. Self-love. Pamper yourself. Relax yourself. Take time to balance yourself. Balance your life. All right? Peace. Hotep. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Nirvana. One love. One God. One aim. One destiny. Peace.